What up, YouTube? Fantasy is the possible made probable. Science fiction is the probable made possible. It's your boys, Detroit Love, P-Dubs Arcade Love, Michael B. the Game Genie, and Nostalgia with another episode of the Super Game Room Dudes. Friday night just got live.
Hey, what's happening, guys? You've got me, Michael B. We've got Nostalgia, and we've got coming to you directly from his Sega CD filter, Detroit Love. Get ready for a night of fun and entertainment. And again, we don't know where the hell P-Dubs is. So hopefully P-Dubs can join us relatively soon. I apologize. I know there's going to be people in the comments. Biggie D's already started. Oh, get Glenn on the show or somebody else that knows how to run a show. We'll try to do our best without P-Dubs until he gets here, and hopefully you guys have a good time. Anyways, Nostalgia, while Carl is doing something else strange in the background in his arcade, do you want to say hello to the people in the chat?
Hello, people in the chat. What is going on, guys?
Start saying hello and saying their names.
Oh, hello, people in the chat. Let's go ahead and start saying names. Canty is in the chat. We've got Wayne Rice, Carbon Center. We've got Paul Minderman, John J, Jason M, Andy's Game Room, Wagner's Tech Talk. I'm not as good at this as P-Dubs is. Goofyfoot, Phantom 109, KGE 82. Nostalgia's in the chat. Hey! What else do we have going on? We got Carlo, we got Biggie D's Arcade, we got Battles, we got Nerd Lounge, Master 84, JR. Do I keep going? Or are we good?
You got to take a big breath. That's what P-Dubs does.
Sure, Sega, Firestarter, Galaga Guy 88. And I think I've pretty much said almost everybody. R. Stout, Retro Lab Rat, and Scott James. All right, that's enough.
Oh, that's the most energy you have ever put forward on Super Game Room Dudes in the entire 4-year run we've had. That was incredible.
You say that,
honestly, have you emceed weddings? Like this could be a new gig for you.
Several. I have emceed every wedding actually on this side of southwestern Ontario. Every wedding.
I got a question. Because since they said P-Dubs is in the garage again, can you do a stand-upper and a wraparounder all in one time? Is that possible?
You can.
I don't know about these things.
That's called the Arizona Cyclone.
I was going to say. That's exactly what it is. You can absolutely, Carl. It takes a little bit of practice, but you can do it if you want. If you put your mind to it, anything's possible, buddy.
All right, I'll talk to my wife tonight. Yeah.
Carl, can you check your camera there, buddy? We got some stuff going on here. I don't know what it is, but you got Sega CD filter going on there tonight.
What does that mean, Sega CD filter?
Oh, you were super pixelated.
It looks like, yeah, you're filming with a potato.
Yeah.
And that's wrong.
Well, it's
not great.
Not right.
How about that?
That's much better.
Okay. What if I do this?
Interestingly enough, when you actually put your turn your camera off, even your icons is a little bit fuzzy.
Apparently there's storms in Detroit tonight, which might be impacting Detroit Love's stability of his internet.
Well, I know our ratings would go down like 75%, but I can't operate like this.
It's pixelated anyways. Your logo's pixelated. Just come back to us, brother. I don't know what the hell's going on.
I don't know. We'll just play it.
Anyways, guys, we got a lot of fun stuff to talk about tonight, even though it's been a relatively quiet week in the home arcade and retro gaming world. Still got a lot of fun stuff to talk about. So tonight we're going to be talking about AtGames released Dr. Seuss Pinball Pack 2, at least the first 2 games. So we'll have a quick chat about that. Nostalgia, did you get in at the last minute and get your free games from AtGames, or did they forget you?
No, they sent me the code. I haven't even installed them yet, though. I sent them. I saw the message. It was like 3 days late, and I was like, is it too late? Can I get in? So yeah. I messaged. They were like, yeah, if you want, here's some codes. Try to enjoy yourself. And I still haven't had a chance. It's just been, work has been an absolute banana. It's been bananas this week. It's been bananas.
So I've been here with Carl since 9:03. Was it 9:03? No, sorry, 8:53. And he has not stopped. Like he just keeps getting up from his chair. He's doing cartwheels, like nip ups. Like I don't know what he's got going on there, but he can't sit down tonight.
I've
That's
tried to
true.
improve the internet. You guys were crying about the internet.
Carl,
But
do you have hemorrhoids? Is that the problem? You can't sit in your seat?
Let me check.
Hold on, Carl.
He's gonna talk to me on his ass. There we go, like Ace Ventura.
Carl, go into your settings and just check to make sure that you're not set to like 144p or something like that.
No,
Let's see.
brother.
You 1080p.
Yeah, I'm gonna switch to
1080p. Drop down
480.
to 1080p.
I'll switch to 480. See what that looks like.
And see if it makes a difference.
Better.
That better?
It might. No, it doesn't look better.
Actually, yeah.
No, it doesn't look any better. I don't know what you're talking about, Mike.
Guys, I know a lot of people are probably saying this isn't super professional, but they do the same thing on Wheel of Fortune all the time.
What are you talking about? This is the most professional we've ever been.
Conti Dinda says Detroit Love is 108p.
Yeah.
That's accurate.
Well, Carl, if you got other applications that are using your bandwidth, like if you have Gremlins on your screen right now, my suggestion would be to turn off anything else.
Anything
that is hogging your bandwidth.
Yeah, I have nothing.
So
do a speed test.
we're gonna peel back the curtain a little bit here now. So we'll tell you every time after we finish the show, Detroit Love immediately starts sharing his screen. There's all these naked women dancing at the bottom, or he's playing a game where he's got a naked woman like tied to a sheet, where he's got an inspector. Carl's a wild man. Like we gotta start doing a second show called Super Game Room Dudes After Dark, but unfortunately we'll have to do that on a little bit of a mature site, I think.
Yeah, we can maybe get away with it if it's a members only thing. Who knows?
Everything's good on this side. It's all of you guys.
Anyways, let's get started, guys. So let's start with AtGames this week. They released the Dr. Seuss Pinball Packs. Both you guys get a chance to play them. What are your thoughts so far? Is this a continuation of these Magic Pixel AtGames collaboration pinballs with unique IPs? Is it moving in the right direction? Do you think this was a step back? Do you like the tables? What about you, Carl?
Well, all of my AtGames products are down. They all have signs on it that says "Come back tomorrow." Okay, so I cannot attest to anything. They've been down for months.
Well, that's unfortunate.
Did you call support?
No,
I just don't care.
I got 20 other things to play,
Yeah, it's true. All right, Ristalgia, I know at least you have an active working AtGames Legends pinball. You got the pinball packs. What do you think of them?
I haven't played them yet. I've only seen like the videos that you and P-Dubs and some other. I literally, when we started this, you asked me if I had a chance to. And I said no, I haven't even installed them yet, but I have seen them.
Yeah,
I haven't. I have seen them, and I think the Green Eggs and Ham one looked okay. The ABC one looked a little less interesting, I think, to me. Maybe it's just the IP surrounding it, but I think it's pretty much par for the course based off of what they've already put out. Like, I don't think they're any worse. And I do think that the first three that they put out were good in the first place. So as long as they play the same, I think they're good enough. I think they're certainly good enough, and I think it's a good spot to be, at least moving forward. Gives us a good idea of kind of what they're planning to do in the future. So I don't have anything really specific to say about it. Oh, that's better.
Much better. There we go. Hey, Carl even looks good now. I don't know what the hell happened, but that worked. We were just missing P-Dubs. We didn't have our
P-Dubs
mojo.
is not here, man. I can't give my all.
There's P-Dubs. Did you fix that for real? Is that like a thing that you did?
Did I is my mic okay?
No. Now you're all fuzzy, P-Dubs. You got to fix yourself.
You're not fuzzy. He's screwing with you.
No, how's my mic sound?
You sound
The mic
wonderful.
sounds nice.
All right,
On my screen, P-Dubs is moving, and you two on the bottom are frozen.
So sorry I was late, everybody. The last couple of hours have been a very interesting time in my life. So my son calls me freaking out. We're gonna get real here for a second, guys. So, we'll get back to the video games here in a minute. But please stop playing with the settings. My son calls me freaking out. My son, he's a full-time college student, but he works part-time at a pizza place here in town. That's how, he gets his gas money and stuff like that. I still take care of him, spoil him rotten while he's going to college, right? Well, he calls me a couple hours ago freaking out, and that's because him and the other people are working in the pizza shop in town. All of a sudden they hear a bang, they hear a window shatter, and they hear a thump. And somebody in town did a drive-by shooting of the pizza shop that my son works at. They fired one bullet into the shop. It broke the glass and it hit the front counter. Now, luckily, when you walk into a pizza shop, there's usually this big ass front counter. Luckily that was there. So my son and his coworkers, as well as no customers, got injured. But my son, of course, was panicking, and he had to wait a while for, the police and all that, doing the investigation, taking statements and stuff. And then I was waiting eagerly for my son to get home, and he got home a little bit ago. So, of course, I was hanging out with him, comforting him. But that goes to tell you guys that there's some real nasty shit going on in this world. And if you're going to be in a rage because your video game toy isn't as good as it should be, you know what I mean? Think about that kind of shit that happens for no reason. No, I am legit pissed, you know what I mean? Because, my son could have got hurt, you know what I mean? And, I'm legit pissed at humanity at the moment. You know what I'm saying? We moved away from Chicago into a very nice, quiet part of Phoenix, a very very low crime rate where I'm at. And this shit still happens. You know what I mean? It's ridiculous.
Unfortunately, man, you can't escape it anywhere. I'm sorry that happened to your son.
What kind of a jackass is you know what I'm going to do right now? I'm going to fire a gun at the pizza shop.
Maybe he got a really bad pizza.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I can always count on you, Mike.
He ordered pepperoni and they gave him Hawaiian, and that's just the last straw.
He's you put pineapple on the pizza? Too soon, Mike.
I will tell you, I don't think I have pictures of it anymore. I'd have to look back through my phone. When we first moved here, we called up and ordered pizza one time, and it came and it was terrible. So I called them and I said, "Hey guys, sorry to bother you, but can you actually make me a new pizza?" And they said, "Sorry, we're closing in 20 minutes. We're not going to do it." I was like, "Just make the pizza. I'll come pick it up. I'll be there right there." And they were like, "Nope, sorry." I was like, "The pizza was 2.5 hours late getting delivered. You didn't do it." Anyways, I woke up the next morning after complaining, and I never should have done it. I should have just said, "Screw it. It's not worth it. It's $20 pizza." Woke up the next morning.
Mike, hold on, wait. Can I take a guess?
Yeah, sure.
Did you take a shit in a bag and then throw it at the store and light it on fire?
No, I didn't do anything wrong. I woke up the next morning, went out to get in my car, and I said, "Ooh, that's a lot of glass in the back of my car." What happened was someone from the pizza place came and smashed out my back window of my car because I got mad at them on the phone.
That's crazy.
You're kidding? Seriously?
No, 100% serious. Yeah.
Wow. Don't mess with the pizza stores then, huh?
Oh man, it's badass.
Yeah. I own 2 firearms, and I have no problem with firearms. But when idiots have firearms, it makes every other gun owner look bad. You know what I mean? This is unacceptable. So
you don't own one gun. You own many guns to necessitate a gun rack.
2. I have 2. I don't need a rack. All right, man. Well, what did I miss? My son's okay. He's home. I've been spending time with him. He's relaxing in his room, and he told me, "Go do your show. Go do your show." I was like, I don't need to do the show. We can hang out if you're stressed out or anything, because that's a scary thing to go through, right? And
big time.
He's like, "No, I'm okay. Go do your show." So I'm here. So what did I miss? Let's try and make this positive.
We just kind of stumbled around for the first 15 minutes, not really knowing what to do without you. Then we started talking about the AtGames Dr. Seuss Pinball Pack. And apparently I was the only person besides you here that's actually played them.
Really?
Yeah, Carl and Ristalgia are useless.
What about the live chat, Mike? We got, we always have a few hundred people watching. Has the live chat played the games?
We
What
didn't
do you
get to
guys
that.
think?
We didn't get to that part yet. We just finished asking these two guys what they thought.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
okay.
said I was fuzzy. They didn't like me at 106p.
But now you
or
look
something,
great.
so-
Now you're looking better.
Yeah, so I was just dancing around, moving around, and then you came back, and then all of a sudden it was good.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Nostalgia, what was that? Was that like a loofah? What was that?
Yes. That's what it was. It was a loofah.
I don't need any more shower stories today. I already called Michael B today, and he answered the phone in the shower. All I saw was chest hair and nuts.
But you act like you've never done that to me before.
I have taken a shit when Mike's called me.
Oh my God. What is going on here, guys? What is wrong with you?
I called Mike because I had to talk to him about something important. He answers the phone like this, and I'm like, what's going on here? And he's laughing. He thinks it's funny, and he kept angling the camera more and more down. You know what I mean? Like it got pretty hilarious.
Frank and Beans.
And somehow that
Frank
ended up in our
and
Facebook group. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know who.
Dubs, you did the exact same thing to me one time. That's why you got it today. Oh yeah, I called you and you were getting out of the shower and shirtless Dubs.
Was I really?
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know. But, the muscles from Brussels over here, you know what I mean? So, the Prince of Pistoliers, you know what I mean? I'm sure you had a little something better to look at than I did today. I'm kidding, Mike. I'm kidding. Okay, so AtGames Pinball, did anyone even put it in the live chat? All I see is shower conversation right now.
No, we didn't get a chance to ask the live
All
chat, see what they thought. So if you want to do that, Dubs, perfect timing.
Do you like ABC and green eggs and ham? Let us know in the live chat. Did you play them? Did you try them? Go ahead.
You know what I
would
learned?
you in a box? Would you with a fox?
I learned Mike has never read Green Eggs and Ham.
I didn't. No.
I cannot even
I
believe
probably
that.
have at one point or another. I've never read it with my kid.
That's
My kid
classic,
watches
man.
the Green Eggs and Ham show on Netflix.
Mm-hmm.
Sam, I am.
I think that's my favorite
Sam, I am.
Dr. Seuss book is Green Eggs and Ham.
See, now, what happened was I read Hop on Pop, and I was like, nothing's going to top that. So Hop on Pop is the penultimate Dr. Seuss book, and you don't need to read anything else.
Hop on Pop is good. Green Eggs and Ham could be better. It could be. You gotta read it. It's good.
Pop on Pop, Green Eggs and Ham.
Oh, no, you're mistaken, Detroit Love.
How would
Very
you know,
much.
Mike? You haven't read the book.
Doesn't matter. I just read Hop on Pop. Nothing's going to top it.
No, that can't be true. That can't be true. I'm actually surprised. I'm surprised. I'm not surprised you haven't read ABC. That's like a much younger demographic. But Green Eggs and Ham, bro, like, come on.
So, guys, 19K Fox is here, and I'm just going to tell you right now, if this was a situation where 19K Fox's son was at a pizza place and got shot at, you ever see the beginning of Commando where Arnold starts gearing up to go out there? That would be 19K Fox. He'd have everything ready, the Bayonetta,
John
27
Wick
guns.
from the first
Maybe John
John
Wick,
Wick
yeah.
movie. Yeah, that's what it is. Somebody kills his dog, and then he just like gets right back into business. That's what I envision.
All right. So a couple real quick things, guys. So I myself did a little first reaction video. I like ABC more than Green Eggs and Ham. I saw the chat. Some people said they like Green Eggs and Ham more. Some people in our chat said they like ABC more. I like ABC more than Green Eggs and Ham. And I'll kind of repeat. You guys probably didn't watch that 20-minute video I posted, but I'll just repeat the most important piece of feedback from that video here for this show. I like the fact that there was less is more on these tables. The tables were less cluttered, full of all kinds of, Zakaria pinball bullshit that they usually put in all their games. You know what I mean? Like, you could actually get a good look at the tables and understand and see everything. It wasn't like there was just way too many wire ramps and way too many drop targets and way too many spot targets. It just seemed like it had the right amount of everything, those two tables. Each table had like 2 ramps, 1 or 2 rows of targets. You know what I mean? Yeah, there were some, there's an abundance of flippers on the upper level play fields, but you know what? I mean, but you could actually get to the upper level play fields, unlike Cat in the Hat, right?
You can totally get to the upper level play field. You just
No, you can't. That's a myth.
Good.
All right, I want to see you post a video of you getting to the upper level play field. I'll be here until 4 years from now.
Challenge accepted.
That's not going to happen. That's not going to happen.
Challenge
that's
accepted,
not going to happen,
sir.
So that's what I liked about the tables is they were less cluttered. So that's my feedback. I do like them. I do like both of the tables. Now the next table coming out, this was actually sent to me by Pitbull. Pitbull got the scoop. Apparently there will be more Dr. Seuss tables in our near future, guys. And on the next pack, check this out, my dudes. We are going to get my foot in your ass. apparently there's a Dr. Seuss wacky book of ass whoopings. Pitbull sent this to me. My foot in your ass coming soon from Dr. Seuss. So my foot in your ass. It's like stepping on glass. I don't know, man, but yeah, I thought that was pretty funny. Thanks so much, Pitbull, for sending that to me during the week. I appreciate the giggles.
And even the top part of that was like bright and early.
bright and early ass whooping.
Right.
So I will say I really like the tables. I thought they were pretty good, but I do question why 2 of 4 now. Why not just release the entire 4-pack or wait till the entire 4-pack is ready? Why release half now and then half later?
Wow.
I have a pretty good idea of why.
You're spoiled.
I'm entitled.
You're entitled. You're entitled.
I'm entitled.
You're one of
those
those
damn
entitled
AtGames
people.
fans and their entitlement.
Well, think about it. They announced the games and they said the pack will be available in June. And then they turn around and say, guess what, guys? 2 of the games are ready to go now. We're going to give them to you in March.
Oh, that's why they did it. Okay, that's what I was asking. I didn't know.
I don't see that as a bad thing. You know what I mean? Like,
I didn't know. That's why I asked.
Yeah. The other 2 tables obviously still under development. You know what I mean?
So the problem is Mr. Mikey B is the biggest entitled boo-boo that has existed. He is the 3/4 scaled diva.
Wait, he's the XL diva now. He sold all his 3/4
that's right.
caps.
I didn't sell all my 3/4.
Which ones did you keep? No, you told me you were keeping Killer Instinct, Golden Tee, and NBA Jam Shack. You were keeping the XLs. I
also kept Star Wars, Tron, Dragon's Lair. I got my Pac-Mania cabs still have Ridge Racer, Outrun, Burger Time, and Big Bug Hunter.
How many do you intend to keep, though?
8.
But if they released all of those machines as XLs, you're saying you wouldn't upgrade?
They're not going to release those as XLs.
That's the question. Play with me.
We're never seeing another
Take
Tron,
this walk
brother.
down the beach with me.
We're never seeing another Tron?
I don't think so. I don't think they'll make Tron XL.
Yeah. I mean, the Tron cabinet's a pretty good damn size, you know? It almost seems like it's an XL.
A little wider.
Yeah, but it's as tall as like T2 and Golden T3.
Yeah, it's tall enough, but it's a little thin. I like my women thick, P-dubs.
The thicker the thighs, the sweeter the prize. Ain't that right, Michael B? Under promise and over deliver is a good model. There you go. You know, like for instance, if they had said the tables are coming out in March and then said wait till June, people would have been pissed, right? So it's better to say June, and it's like, haha, here's March.
Can you imagine if they delivered them in March, but the online wouldn't be ready till June?
Oh,
if they delivered them when? If they delivered them when, Mike?
If they came out in March, because they said they're coming out in March, but the online wasn't ready until June.
And then June came around and it still wasn't ready, and then they didn't even communicate.
I'm not following. If they delivered them when?
In March. But I
just like hearing you say March.
March.
In March. Canadian accent. How you guys doing? No, my Golden Tee is not working. My Golden Tee is in pieces in my garage, and it's eventually going to be modded into something else. So
well, P-dubs, if you stop doing reach arounds and stander uppers right behind it, maybe it wouldn't get so sticky and broken.
I did not do it. The only thing I can think of, because that cabinet has been completely gutted and replaced with replacement parts from Arcade1Up as well as from fellow members of the community, is there's only one thing on that cabinet that has never been replaced. And that is when you actually, if you go and decase the monitor of like your Arcade1Up monitors, there's a board between the monitor and the case. I think it's like a voltage board hidden there. Like you don't see it from the outside. You don't see it when you take the PCB off. You actually have to take the monitor off, decase it. That board must be the issue, because out of everything in the cabinet, it doesn't power on. You know what I mean? The cabinet doesn't come on. And also, it's the only thing that hasn't been replaced 2 times over. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're doing this all wrong. You know what I would have done if I was you? I would have went to Walmart, bought a brand new cab, stuck my broken one in the box, brought it back to the store and said, yeah this cab is fucked. Take it back.
I've only done that like 3 times.
So whatever that board is behind the monitor, I think that is the board that crapped out on that thing, and it's been dead ever since. But I don't care anymore, because I actually got a really cool multi-cade mod I'm going to do to it when I get to it. But I got like 3 other projects ahead of it, so we'll have fun with it.
Once you do
your
that
broken
mod,
key has never worked.
It worked for. It was so funny. You guys remember how it has a 90-day warranty, and you guys remember it died on me at like day 80 or something like that. I even made a video or some crap, and I was like, 10 days to go, and it crapped out. But I opened a ticket, and they got me parts quickly, and I put the new parts in. It didn't work. They sent me more parts, still didn't work, and then I got pissed off and gave up on it.
So when you do your multi-cade mod, I got an idea for you now. So just sit back. This one's going to be hard to conceptualize, but once you do your multi-cade mod, you should start doing a show on Monday nights called Multi-Cade Mondays, where you could talk about all the cool things about multi-cades.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. The problem is
on the ball. That's a great idea.
The problem with that is I know a lot of you guys are committed to doing these weekly shows. It's really hard for me to commit to doing the weekly shows. You know what I mean? Like I just can't do it. It's so tough. $2 from Tyler. He wants to know what's up with the bait and switch with iArcade. Michael B. He's talking to you, bro.
Yeah, so Tyler, the best thing I can tell you right now is I think iArcade is determined that the first light gun game they're going to release is going to be Operation Wolf. And much like the difficulty that they had with Space Invaders, Taito seems to be very particular about how the game works. So it's going to come down to Michael's Raybeck basically rewriting the game from scratch in order for them to approve it. So unfortunately, I think we're going to wait a while. Like, I don't know, like the way I work, I'm just like, screw it. We'll just come out with another game. I don't think Operation Wolf necessarily has to be the first. You got the functionality there. Just throw some shit up there.
Good stuff, Mike, you sound so entitled, bro.
I know. Like, I probably wouldn't even like the discounts that AtGames put out for National Owners Day.
Can you just like do some work on that? Just a little bit of personal work?
Honestly, guys, behind the curtains again, that is something Ristalgia actually said. Ristalgia was like, these fans are just so entitled. We don't even have to give them deals when he was working for AtGames.
No, that wasn't when I was working with them. That was after.
You guys are funny. All right, here's a quick look here. This is a nice little video by a good friend of the channel and acquaintance, Wagner's Tech Talk. Make sure you guys check out Wagner's Tech Talk on YouTube. John does a great job, and he's a good friend of the show. We always appreciate seeing his stuff. But here's a good look here at the tables. If you've been living under a rock and you haven't seen them already, I like this cool camera angle that he does here. It's kind of fun because, you know, it's so hard to fit like a pinball screen on like a wide screen. Like shooting content for pinball is a pain in the ass. You know what I mean? So this is a kind of a fun way to do it, what he does right here. But there you guys go. This is the green eggs and ham table. I like the fact that they have the green ball to represent green eggs and ham. That was a nice touch. Yeah, we saw the green ball on the Grinch table because that's the green. You are the Grinch. You are the ball in that game. So it made sense that the ball was green. So yeah.
Nostalgia, cool, was that your idea? Because you told them you typically have blue balls, so you thought it would be a good idea to add a green ball?
That's almost exactly how the conversation went. Like, it's almost like you were there. I'm surprised that you even knew.
How did Wagner record this? Is this from the Legends Core Max in whatchamacallit mode, and then he just turned it sideways and put a
perspective on it?
Yeah.
That's what it looks like, but hold on.
No, he's got the back glass there, so he just took 2 cameras shooting his pinball machine and just edited them this way. And here's ABC. ABC kind of reminds me of the My Little Pony table by Zen with all of its pink and purple and, baby Easter egg colors and stuff on it. Nostalgia, you'll feel right at home playing
I
this
was
table.
just gonna say, if it's
once
anything like My Little Pony, then
once you get this up and running.
Yeah, I intend to get this up and running this weekend. I would like to play them. I did enjoy the first set of the 3 tables. So,
yep. Now, a couple interesting things I've seen pop up from the community. So if you're experiencing this, make sure you pay attention. A couple of things. Some people said they put the games in, installed the games, and guess what? They had no back glass. They had the table running on the table screen, but the back glass was cycling colors like red, blue, green, kind of like it was doing a self-test or a diagnostic test of the colors. If that's the case, you definitely want to reach out to AtGames, open up a ticket, find out what's going on. Also, make sure your pinball's on the latest firmware 5.68. Some people try to launch these games on the older firmwares, and I mean, that's why there's firmware updates, guys. New things require new updates, so make sure you're on the latest firmware update and make sure your back glass is showing. I didn't encounter that issue myself. However, I did encounter an issue today, which apparently has plagued some other owners of the AtGames Legends Pinball, including Michael B. below. It just happened to him as well. Here, let's get this off. We'll share Wagner's super chat here in 1 second.
Our acquaintance Wagner.
Yeah, because this is important. So today I went to go play the games again. I powered up my pinball machine, and as you guys know, I have the. Let me try. My office is a mess, so don't judge me, guys. Let's get this chat off the screen. As you guys know, I have the control panel with the joystick, the buttons, and the trackball on the pinball machine. I powered on my pinball machine today, gentlemen, and something that you've probably seen on Reddit or their Facebook forums, the control panel wasn't working. It was completely dead. It was unresponsive. And then I powered the machine off, turned it back on, thought maybe something was going hokey. And when I powered it back on, the joystick was working on the control panel, but the buttons and the trackball weren't working. So I'm like, okay, so I powered it off again, powered it back on again, and then the whole control panel was unlocked. And everything was working, the joystick buttons and stuff. Powered it off, turned it back on, control panel was dead. And if you check like the Fans of Seuss or Legends Ultimate Reddit forums, apparently this has been a common issue. Some people where their control panels are crapping out on their AtGames Legends pinball machines, but apparently it's not really a hardware malfunction. Apparently it's something with the software. Could have happened when I did the table updates yesterday. And if that's the case, again, guys, you want to reach out to AtGames. They'll send you an update file. You stick it on a USB drive, plug it into your machine. The machine will download the update. It'll update your control panel, and your control panel will be working again. So I did that today as well. I reached out to AtGames. They sent me the file, and I was able to fix the problem. You know what I mean? But I was pretty pissed off there for a while that it wasn't working. You guys know me. I get a little stressed. So heads up there, if you're encountering those issues, don't be afraid to open up some tickets with AtGames and get your stuff fixed. $15 from Wagner. Enjoy the show. Look forward to watching every week. This was done with 2 separate cameras. There you go. Thanks so much, John. We appreciate the donation.
A lot of guys use that same camera setup in the bedroom. 2 separate cameras. You want to make sure you get both shots.
Yep.
What are those shots, Mike?
Yep, that's what I did, Ritual Dello. Because some other owners have gotten the file from AtGames, the file's floating around Reddit, it's floating around Discord. You can technically get it without opening a ticket with AtGames, but I opened a ticket, or notified them, whatever, and they got me squared away. So just a heads up there, guys.
I didn't open a ticket. I said, whoa. I'm a big time celebrity. I want this fixed right now.
Michael B., you want to handle this one here?
Scarpad's domain, super chat, $4.99 United States dollars. That's how you know it's good. It's not Canadian money. Should the Gottlieb Universal titles work on the micro? Because they do not on mine. They install and start up and then go to black.
So I think AtGames, if you check the AtGames official Facebook page and their Twitter and stuff, they sent out an announcement today saying, hey guys, we were going to do a separate firmware update for the pinball machine. That was delayed. And they also said the Universal Gottlieb pack fixes is also delayed. So those were scheduled to come out today, March 31st, both of those fixes, and neither one of those were released today. So that's why Scarpad. So whenever they get around to releasing that update, you'll get those games back up and running, the Universal Gottlieb pack on the Pinball Micro. So there you go. So that's all that's going on with AtGames right now. It's all about pinball with AtGames, pretty much. iArcade was kind of a dead fish today. There was no game released. There was no game release. There was no game days. They were pretty quiet on social media. They just told people, "Hey guys, we got nothing going on. We'll see you next week." How do you guys feel about that?
That's not all they told us. They said, "Hey, go check out our old games. Come on, do it. We need you to. Come on, just buy some of the old games."
I saw that post, and that post did make me laugh because it made me think like, "Hey guys, we're not releasing anything today, but you know, you do have 300 games. Go find one and play." That's kind of like the vibe I got from me. Like, go enjoy the other games. I thought that was kind of funny.
There was another weird part of the post that got deleted. I don't know if you saw that. It was like, "Please send money to our PayPal. We need about $30."
Yeah. Now, I don't know if this was an April Fool's joke or not. This guy, he's got a question about Arcade1Up. I saw somebody shared, God, it really upsets me that I actually pay this much attention to this community sometimes, but you can't help but notice it, especially when the posts on Facebook, Discord, Reddit, when they get a lot of eyes on it, they filter to the top and you see it. But somebody had taken a picture of a screenshot. They sent an email to Arcade1Up customer service saying, "Hey, I want to buy your MK Pro Deluxe. When are you guys going to have it up for pre-order?" And Arcade1Up responded to that fan or customer, whatever the hell you want to call them, and said April 1st. So once that guy shared that picture of that communication, it kind of spread like wildfire through the Arcade1Up community. So I have no official confirmation, but it could be an April Fool's joke from Arcade1Up. Who knows? But tomorrow might be the official day for these deluxe cabinets. So just a heads up there.
There's a comment there from Frank D. Can you bring that up for a second?
Yeah. Here you go. If they really want to make money, release Bearses 2. Is there a Bearses 2? Like, for real?
No, there's not a Bearses 2. I want to bring up something because this was something that was passed along to me from Jamie Loken earlier. Loken. And Jamie brought this up. I shared it with you guys, but let me just bring it up here now. So the other weird thing about AtGames right now, or iArcade, is that they don't have any cabinets to sell either. They're completely out of product and have been out of product now for about 3 months or so. So that's really interesting too. If you're somebody out in the community and you're like, I really want to get involved in that iArcade, like I saw that game they released the other day, the one with the ship that shoots guns. So where would I go to get a cabinet? Technically, you can't right now. I think, is the original console still available, or is it just the gold original edition? Are they sold out as well? No, you can buy the Retromania cabinet still. Mm-hmm. So, but there are no more gold editions right now and haven't been for a few months now.
Yeah, that's very, very interesting. I mean, we do know Chinese New Year plays a small part of this time of year because that thing lasts for weeks during February? It's like mid-January, mid-February, something like that. I don't know the exact dates.
It's long over now.
But still, I mean, that does cause a production delay, shipping delays and stuff like that. But here we are, we're in April now as of tomorrow, and no new stock and no announcements as to if they're going to have more stock coming. It's really interesting. Makes me wonder what's going on there. Now, what I do remember hearing is, do you guys remember the retro knockout game, Vanilla Beast? So when I was interviewing him, he did drop a little nugget of information. He mentioned how, as part of his Kickstarter, iArcade was going to take a couple of standard edition cabinets, slap some of his artwork on it, and make it like a Kickstarter bonus. Like, you can invest in the game on Kickstarter for, I think it was like, $900,000. But you, as part of your rewards, Kickstarter rewards, you get one of those cabinets that has the exclusive artwork on it for that particular game. But of course, it's like only like 5 cabinets or something like that, very limited again, which again, reason for the higher price. But he mentioned when I was interviewing him that he had originally asked iArcade to make a gold cabinet, and they told him, they said, we already know what other gold edition cabinets we're releasing this year, like what other skins we're going to be releasing this year. So they already have like their production allotted. So they weren't like going to mass produce, like, let's just say 500 retro knockout cabinets. You know what I mean? Because they already have, as you know, if they come back, whenever these come back in stock, I'm expecting there to be different skins on them. You know what I mean? Different game artwork. So they already have that allotted, but that's the kind of the only nugget of information that he dropped, which was interesting about that whole cabinet skin thing. But I do find it odd that there's no cabinets available. You know what I mean? Carl, what do you think about
bridge in
that?
Canada.
Games.
Should we jump off the bridge, Carl? Is it time to jump off the bridge?
Yeah, I mean, I'm with them. Go play some of the older games. I have people over,
I love Carl.
I had people over this last weekend. And the iircade got a lot of play with the Renegade. Riptide,
love that game.
Riptide
Renegade.
Yeah.
And I seen levels I've never seen with my skill set, you know. And so
you mean the second one?
Yes. And they were playing that game a lot, and it you know, you can't beat that sound system on that cabinet. Man, that thing was just rocking down here. Especially
do you, Carl? Do you have Wizard of Walls? That's a real banger too. I said banger. I'm such an idiot.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go tear up
Mike. That's so 2022.
I know.
You can't use that word in 2023. We can't say banger. We can't say OnlyFans. What else can't we say anymore? There's a few.
You can't drop an F-bomb within the first 10 seconds of the video.
Anymore.
Yeah, we have to. 2023 is the year of crisp. And what else?
Stand-upper.
Oh yeah. So I'm sorry, I said the wrong thing. Carl, I'm telling you right now, if you haven't pick up Wizard of Walls, it's a spiritual successor to Wizard of War. It's crisp.
Yeah. I will be right back
After this brief message. Yeah, you know, I have Wizard of Walls. Pretty cool game. I really like that one. But I wasn't playing. These guys were playing. They picked the games. You know, the interface on that thing is just god awful. You know,
it really is.
Whatever happened to the update by the time they would have done something about that. You know,
I was almost 100% sure they were supposed to do an update to the UI that was coming this year. Do we have any kind of timeline on when that's coming?
It's supposed to be this year. When? Who knows? You know what I mean?
They'll just slightly update the text. They're like, "Whoa, guys, we did a lot. We changed it to Times New Roman."
If there's one thing, one thing you can count on when it comes to these home arcade companies, whether it's Arcade1Up, iircade, or AtGames, they all say we got a firmware update coming, or we're about to release something online, and it never happens on time, and there's always a delay. All three companies are guilty of it, and it is what it is. So, you know, if I hear like AtGames is going to drop a firmware on March 1st, I know by April 1st is when I should at least expect it. If Arcade1Up says they're going to release online, I know to wait 6 months before it actually happens. You know what I mean? And iircade, I mean, man, it's taken them. Like, we first started hearing about the UI updates how long ago? Like 8 months ago, something like that. It's been a long time they've been talking about, we're going to update it, we're going to make it pretty, and you know, it hasn't happened yet, man. So
and speaking of vaporware,
yeah.
whatever happened with Toy Shock? They're supposed to do the mini cabs. Have you? I know you used to talk to those guys a while. So they just
I haven't
they just abandoned that whole thing.
I haven't talked to them in over 18 months. Like, yeah, I've had
a while.
So they were at
I could always send them an email and say, "Hey, how you doing? You get anything coming out?"
So they were at CES this past January. They did bring their cabs to CES and show them off. From what I understand, I think they got into, during the pandemic, inventory dilemma, because what happened was they brought their products to Canada, and then what they did was they brought their new cabs to Canada. Then they also took the the tabletop version, brought those to Canada, and then they got stuck. They couldn't produce any more inventory, so they couldn't bring out the mini version, tabletop version in the US. It was only in Canada, and I don't know how well it's sold. Toy Shock, it was super exciting to finally get them here, but unfortunately, due to the cost of production plus the cost of getting them shipped to Canada, the price point was a lot higher than I anticipated, and it was only a stone's throw between a Toy Shock cabinet and an Arcade1Up like Attack from Mars. And I mean, I've played the Toy Shock briefly. The Arcade1Up is a little bit of a better product. So if there's a $50 difference between the two, you're probably not buying the Toy Shock.
Yeah, what's funny is the Toy Shock desktop machines were at the Brick.
Yeah.
And Arlene, and they're not selling because the price was way too high.
It's like $500 for the tabletop
Right.
one. Yeah.
And then they put them on sale. Do you remember, Mike? They put them on sale.
$199.
Right. And I reached out to Arlene at the Brick, and I was like, you know what? I wouldn't mind buying one because I think it would be cool to mod it. You know what I mean? To make it a little V-pin. And I reached out to Arlene, and Arlene was like, can't ship to the United States. The Brick doesn't ship to the United States like the Buy Stuff store can. And I was like, but they're just collecting dust. Like, don't you want to sell a unit? You know what I mean? But she's like, we don't ship to the US. So yeah, I never got my hands on one. But I wanted it just to mod it. I was going to mod it, but oh well. We're on to bigger and better things at this point. So yeah. Good stuff. Nostalgia, everything okay? You ready to play?
Yeah, I'm good. Sorry, my dog was freaking out. Had to.
I don't know what's going on there now, but that's the best picture quality you've ever had. Like with your lights normal in the background, it really amps up your look. I think it was the dark lighting in the background that made you look so terrible.
Yeah.
Okay. Noted.
It doesn't change your face though. Like honestly, every time I look at you, I want to puke.
You can't fix this. This is like, it's broken, and you can't fix it.
It's so weird. You have a broken face and a broken soul.
It never ends.
Yes, I do.
But between you two. Hey, big shout out to Nostalgia. I don't know if you guys who subscribe to the channels caught some of the YouTube shorts that he posted this week, but some of them were really, really good. So I appreciate you doing that, Steven. We're happy to see that you are contributing to the team.
It's not enough that I carry the show on a weekly basis. Now I gotta do the shorts.
but you do a good job, and they're pretty entertaining. Nice little clips from the show. Oh man, Carl, what are we gonna do with these Canadians, man? So,
I just
love them in Cleveland. That's what we're gonna do.
Like physically.
I'm so excited
I
that
hope so.
all of us are going to be in Cleveland. I'm so
most of you.
I'm glad that it's confirmed that all 4 of us will be there.
It's not been confirmed.
So can't back out of your word now, Nostalgia. Now that you have confirmed,
we do. If you do manage to come, Nostalgia, if you get the clearance from the TSA, the FBI, and the CIA, and you're able to travel across borders, we should do a Super Game Room Dudes show from
A round table.
Yeah, we should.
I'll even bring bananas for everybody.
Yeah, because I mean we'll be hanging out with everybody else, but you know it'll be the first time the 4 of us are in person. So I think that.
Hey, Nostalgia,
great.
what I'll do is I'll bring one of my Arcade1Up cabinets. I'll hollow it out. I'll come across the border, put you in that baby, and bring you on back with me.
Yeah. Can you please try to cross the border across Niagara Falls, put them in the Arcade1Up cabinet and have them go over the falls in it?
Just take the screen out so you can see me.
Yeah. All right. Wagner is producing the show in the background. He wants us to move along to the Game of the Week poll.
Ooh.
I don't know if we should do Game of the Week anymore. I gotta say, I'm disappointed.
Because you took so long to go on Facebook and make a post.
No.
We had
I
people
posted it
literally
the very
calling
next
you
day.
out.
I had it I posted it within a day or two of the show, and we had nearly 200 people voted, said they were going to play Galaga, promised to play Galaga, and let us know their scores, and we only got like maybe 10 guys who participated. So I think some people are not willing to put in the effort. I don't know if we should do Game of the Week anymore, Mike. Unless we get a serious commitment. We got to get a serious commitment from the audience. Whatever game gets chosen this week, are you going to participate? Are you going to play the game? Are you going to post your score in the Facebook group? If you are, put a 1 in the chat, and I will hold you accountable.
I better get a goddamn...
Oh, wait a minute. Don't say that. Galaga was amazing. No, sorry, this guy. Because Galaga is not a shitty game. Galaga is a great game. I want to see some commitments, bro. I want to see some commitments if we're going to
Oh,
keep doing
he
this.
follows up and explains it. No My Little Pony games. That's why we're failing. No My Little Pony.
I played Galaga. Don't do Facebook. Maybe we should. Do you do Discord? Maybe we should start a Discord channel.
No,
Nostalgia, can you
no
handle
more.
that?
No, I can't. I already have to do the shorts, and I have to carry the show. I got to keep the conversations going on. And Mike even made me read out everybody's name that was in the live chat.
Oh, Nostalgia
Guys.
did it with such energy. He even did your
All right.
patented.
Did he really?
Yeah.
Well, Mike insisted, so I did.
That's from cigarette smoking.
So,
My
right.
game of the week is going to be Madden.
Ooh, see now Carl's shifting
Well,
into
hold-
some modern games. Is that
Well, hold on. Let's honor the really committed viewers of the Super Game Room dudes. The best of the best viewers right here. We got Frankie D was posting picture under the thread. Showed us he's got the Galaga Galaxian Nintendo Game Boy game. So this is pretty cool. I said, show us your cabinets or what system you're going to play the game on, and he posted this. So that's a little bit of a blast from the past. Mike, you probably owned a copy of this, didn't you, buddy?
never had that one. Never got the arcade classics for the Game Boy.
You never got the arcade classics?
No,
Oh,
I've got about 150 Game Boy games down in my basement, and that's not one of them.
Yep. And I'm really excited for Scott Scher because Scott Scher, he's moving on from the 3/4 scales. He's pulling a Michael B. He's got a full-size cabinet right here, ladies and gentlemen. This is a real 20-year reunion Namco Miss Pac-Man Galaga cabinet. And he's got his Arcade1Up stool actually fits in nicely there. So, hey, big shout out to Scott Scher, man. He's got a real cabinet. It looks pretty good, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm. It does.
Yeah. So big shout out to him for participating. Let's see what else we got here. Oh, he's got a side view of his cabinet if you guys want to see it. You got to admit the Class of 81's a pretty impressive cabinet. So there you go. There's the side view. There you go. Doesn't that look pretty cool?
How big is the TV in
Two of
that?
my favorite games.
I think that's got a 19-inch in there. I think it's 19.
It's a big screen, baby.
I think it's 19 in those. I could be wrong, but I think it's 19. All right, let's take a look at some high scores. So Jeff Robert got 212,580. He claims no fast fire, no continues, and normal fire speed.
Wow.
Arcade default scoring and default 3 lives. Jeff Robert, and he posted a picture in the group, 212,580. Let's see who else posted a score. Tim Ward he goes, not super impressive, but it's my score. He got 67,940.
That's not
Here,
shabby.
don't share it unless I want to share it. 1 second.
Hey, you're not the boss of me.
No, because you know what happens. Some idiot's going to send me a message or something, and something's going to pop up. You know how people are. in this
Probably
group.
Nostalgia's wiener.
Yeah.
It's all that we ever
no.
get messages about.
Michael B. the Game Genie was going to participate, according to Wagner's Tech Talk. Wagner put this in our Facebook group, but he was too busy looking up at his television. So that was pretty cool.
I do apologize. I shit the bed this week. I didn't get a chance. I usually do a live stream every time we do Game of the Week. I didn't get a chance this past week.
Yeah. Ryan Cruz got 103,800 points. P-Dubs played. I played it on that new Pac-Man, Super Pac-Man Plus cabinet that I got from Arcade1Up downstairs. 89,480 was what I got.
It's not bad.
I made it to stage 14. Usually I can easily get to 15, and then after 15 I get my ass kicked. But I only got to stage 14.
Why did it take you so
20.
long to score 89,000 points?
What do you mean take me so long? I played it one time.
Yeah, but why did you go so far? Don't you get the ship and then get all your points from the bonus stage?
It was a struggle, Mike. It was a struggle. That Arcade1Up joystick, it was, a little laggy, you know what I mean? The buttons were a little mushy. It's not me, man, And my pinky was sore that day, you know what I mean?
Yeah, the pinky.
My pinky was sore that day. I wasn't running my best stuff. All right, we got a couple more. Wagner's Tech Talk, 193,000. There
Wow.
you go. Maybe,
John, Jesus.
Yeah, he doesn't just play pinball. He plays Galaga. Jason King got 93,000. Sheldon Damewood got 230,000. And he wrote in our group, not bad for me, is what he wrote. Well, thanks for...
Not bad for most people.
Yeah, good job. All right, let's pick our next game of the week. Should we incentivize this next participation one? Maybe give away a T-shirt or something. Should we do something like that, boys?
You will get a reach around from Nostalgia if you are the winner.
I'll sponsor it. You guys want to do a T-shirt?
You're going to sponsor his reach around? How much does a reach around cost? It's
No,
usually
I'll
like
buy
20
his
bucks.
T-shirt. I'll
Depends on
buy
who
his
it's
T-shirt.
for.
Let's do a T-shirt.
Well, it's $10 to see it, 20 to feel it.
All right. Well, none of that's going to happen, but you could win. We'll give you your choice of a Super Game Room Dudes T-shirt, whatever T-shirt you want, whatever size, color. T-shirt, mind you, not sweatshirt. T-shirt off of Nostalgia's Teespring store. So whoever gets the best score this next week. I want to see some more participation, and hopefully some of you are prone to some good old-fashioned bribery to get your participation going. So what games are we going to pick this week? Let's go Nostalgia. That way we can make fun of his choice before we get to the real picks.
Okay, so I did some research and I have a serious answer.
Mm-hmm.
But what I like to do is I like to get a little thrill out of Mike. So I knew as soon as I started talking, he rolled his eyes, took a big sigh. That's kind of what I was looking for. So I'm stuck between one of my all-time favorite games that's ever existed, Superman 64. I'm considering Shaq Fu. We could look at potentially Conker's Bad Fur Day for the N64. That's a good one. One of my all-time favorite Super Nintendo games and Mike's favorite Super Nintendo game, The Great Waldo Search.
Which one? Nostalgia.
Let's go with Strider.
It's on the blue Strider. All right. Detroit Love, what you got for me, man?
Well, I would like to go with Madden, but Madden doesn't have a scoring system, right? You know, it's just the score on the game. So I am going to go with what I talked about last week, which was Russian Attack or Green Beret, depending on which version you have.
Okay,
that's going to be my game.
And I think it's spelled like RUSS apostrophe
Yeah,
M,
it's
right?
Russian, like I'm
Russian Attack or Green Beret. That's an arcade game. Oh,
yes.
Strider. Strider's an arcade game too, isn't it?
Yeah.
And then we have Michael B. the Game Genie. What about for you, my friend?
Zookeeper.
Oh, Zookeeper. All right. Now, I didn't want to have to bust out the big gun just yet. I don't know if you guys are ready for this because this one.
Marble
right here
Madness?
Nope, this one right here. I don't know if anything can top this game right here. I'm going to put it
Picking Cubert.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, poll is live in the chat. Is it going to be Strider, Russian Attack, Zookeeper, or the most iconic and greatest arcade game starring the most unbelievably fascinating, funny, foul-mouthed character you ever met in your life, Cubert? Who's going to win this poll? Let's find out now. Get your votes in the live chat. Let's pick our game of the week. Who's it going to be? Man, it's a dead heat right now. It's like 24% across the board, guys.
I insist that you play this week because P-Dubs is bribing you this week. Next week, he's going to kidnap your kids, and you don't get them back until you play the game. So you don't want it to get to that level.
Oh, man. You know what, though? I still want to play Marble Madness. I'm just going to do a Marble Madness game.
Marble would have won, apparently, to Canadian Red.
I love Marble Madness. How can you not like Marble Madness?
I think this was your best chance with this lineup here. You should have put it in this week.
Yep, and I don't care what system you play it on as long as you play the game.
I just want to bring this up really quickly.
Yep.
That's the exact same thing Nostalgia's wife says nightly.
I don't see the poll. Oh, Michael B., you're kind of a dick, but we love it. All right. So while the poll's going in the live chat, what other news did you guys have? We did. iircade had no news. We talked about AtGames Pinball a lot. What else, guys? What else?
Arcade1Up Deluxe cabinets are only available in store. There's no update from Arcade1Up, even though they're more transparent now. And they have that show called Arcade1 Update. You've got a bunch of cabs that people have been waiting on out in stores, but no official word from Arcade1Up on when we can buy them. Seems like it's not transparent. What the hell is going on there? Is it that they've lost control of the retailers and the retailers are like, listen, man, we're not going to have these sitting around in a warehouse till you're goddamn ready. We're just going to put them on store shelves. Or is it just more miscommunication? What do you think is happening?
I don't think it's anything new. I mean, Walmart used to, or Sam's Club used to do that back in the day, right? They would just appear in Sam's Club. I'm sorry, they would just appear in Sam's Club, and no one would know. And they're like, "Hey, I had pre-orders and all the blah blah blah." So I think they make these deals with the retailers, and those guys just move, and they don't communicate to Arcade1Up. I think that they're going to actually make them available. So that's my take on it.
Yeah, man. I remember those days where all these new cabinets, as well as cabinet variations, just cropped up, and everyone would be like, "They never told us this was coming. I just bought this one." You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like,
remember NBA Jam with the ball tops?
I think the
Basketball ball
one.
tops.
I mean,
And,
you
and
have.
even the Mortal Kombat with the stool was a release set. I think Sam's Club.
Remember there was a Miss Pac-Man cabinet that only had 4 games on it, and then like 3 months later there was a Miss Pac-Man that had like 8 games on it. Then a few months later there's a Miss Pac-Man that's got 12 games on it. Like, you kind of feel bad for the guys who got the first Miss Pac-Man cabinet with only 4 games on it. You know what I mean? These are all arcade games, guys. These aren't pinball games or anything like that. Strider, Russian Attack, Green Beret, which is actually a good game. I'm glad Detroit Love picked that. Zookeeper, I'm surprised, is in last place, guys. Zookeeper's a great game.
What the hell? What is wrong with you guys?
And
You're treating me like nostalgia here.
Hubert's got the lead now, but don't let me influence you by saying whoever wins this week will get a Hubert t-shirt sent to their home. Does anyone even make a Hubert t-shirt? We'll have to look online. We'll figure it out. Just regular Hubert, Pitbull. Regular Hubert. Otherwise, I would have put that in there. Regular Hubert. Okay. What else is going on in the world? Okay, so Arcade1Up, Nostalgia, what do you think about what Michael B said? You know how retailers work. I mean, you spent 6 years
He was the president of Walmart Canada, if I remember correctly.
No. It was the cell phone counter at Walmart is what he always...
I was the president and CEO of the cell phone counter at Walmart.
And when you guys merged with tablets and Google Chromebooks, it really just took off from there, man.
See, Mike, you call it the cell phone center, but it was actually called the connection center.
Oh.
Just to be clear. So it was a little bit different. Yeah, I don't know. Par for the course. Doesn't Arcade1Up do this all the time? Detroit Love said it. I don't know. It is what it is. They'll come out when they come out, and people can buy them when they're out, I guess. They're going to be out tomorrow, apparently.
Yeah.
Psych, April Fools.
Yeah. Are we going to get another April Fool's YouTube video from you, Steve? You did a one where didn't you put like peanut butter on a Game Boy game or some shit? Like
I did, yeah. So that was
awesome.
That was great. I thought it was a great idea.
Yeah.
People took it really seriously, and then I had to literally like change the thumbnail to show a troll face.
Yeah.
Because people are like, you can't put peanut butter on a video game, and I'm like, yeah, of course you can't put peanut butter on a video game. Like, come on, man.
You actually can.
There'll be a lot of April Fool's Day videos on YouTube, guys. So be careful what you watch tomorrow. Except for me, I got to get caught up on content, so my video tomorrow will not be an April Fool's joke.
I think we're starting to do a video tomorrow, hacking the iArcade and putting a new interface on it.
I've actually done two.
Times New Roman.
Yeah.
I've actually done 2 dedicated April Fool's videos, and then I just was like, okay, I'm done with this.
You know, Strider is a really good game.
It's an excellent game.
So
I've happened to have it.
Strider is 5% behind Hubert. Guys, if you're a Strider fan and hate Hubert, get your vote in the live chat right now and try and catch Hubert. That's actually a good game. I wouldn't mind playing Strider.
Strider's excellent.
All you guys, I'm so disappointed. No love for Zookeeper. Wait till that Quarter Arcade Zookeeper comes out.
Yeah, we're tied.
Honestly,
we're tied for third.
I like all 4 of these games. If you guys haven't played the Green Beret game, you guys got to pull it up on like your.
Yeah, that's classic there, baby. If you don't know,
it's
you need to.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever played Zookeeper or Strider.
Good choices this week. No
You've
My
never...
Little Pony games. No Pokemon Gold, Emerald, Silver, Black. We had some good stuff going on there. Also, what else is happening, Mike, that we had to talk about?
Texas Pinball.
Oh wait, no.
Festival.
Let's talk about E3. Can we talk about E3?
Oh yeah, geez, yeah. E3's canceled, and it looks like it may be the death knell for the conference overall.
Yeah,
of course.
Are you guys out there disappointed that E3's canceled? I mean, I'm not disappointed. I'm just not surprised. You know what I mean? Like,
you know what I'm disappointed by? Not going to it when it was like in its glory. That's what I'm disappointed by. Not that it's gone now, but that like I missed an opportunity to go 7 years ago when like Nintendo and Sony and Xbox and like everyone else was there, and it would have been like pretty badass. And now it's just like, it's gone.
You probably could have got a media pass too. You just would have had to tell them your ETA Prime.
That's pretty much it. Yeah, I would have asked them if they know P-dubs.
No.
And be like,
They would have said,
I'm friends with P-dubs.
Nostalgia
Could've
could
got
totally get away with impersonating ETA Prime because they'll be like, "We're going to need to see some identification, please." Nostalgia's just
with my hands.
He's just going to show his arms. Like, all I do is show my arms in my videos. E3 being canceled. Yeah, it sucks, but hey, man, Blockbuster went out of video too. I mean, it went out of business too. I mean, all shit comes to an end. You know what I mean? Like, am I going to lose any sleep over E3 never happening again? Nope. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, times have changed so much. Like, we used to rely on E3. That was the big hub of announcements. And like, I remember being in my 20s and I was working at the time. I would come home from work every day, pop on X-Play and reviews. I forget what show came on after that. What is it? GeForce TV is what I was watching, but they would always have the coverage of what was unveiled that day at E3. It was such a cool time. But I mean, like, on top of the fact that obviously the pandemic kind of killed E3, you also had publishers that were just like, yeah, we're going to skip E3. We're just going to do our own thing. And that became really the standard and norm now, where there's so many announcements through the year through Nintendo Directs, PlayStation State of Plays. I don't, does Xbox do an event too? What's that called?
They do. Yeah, they do. I don't know what it's
they
called.
do.
Yes, they do. They do.
Who do a do do with
it's
you?
Called the Xbox do. But yeah.
Carl,
what do you think?
What do you think about these conventions just kind of stopping, man?
Yeah, you know, I've always wanted to go to CES and I've never gone, and I fear if I wait any longer, it's going to be gone, and I'll miss out that opportunity. But like you said, a lot of companies started doing their things separately. You know what I mean? The internet and all the technology that's available. It's like, why pay these people all this money? And then, you know, with the pandemic, people weren't traveling. People still aren't traveling.
I'm a big fan of edging.
You know? I know we had a convention that was supposed to be scheduled here in Detroit a couple of years ago, and it's still I think next year they're saying that they're going to finally come here and do it due to the pandemic. So any type of convention has been hit by the pandemic, and only some are just really starting to recover. I was hoping they would just not come here and go to a warmer place, but they've already committed to the hotels, you know, the money, and it's just been on delay. So,
I mean, COVID killed a lot of stuff, man. Killed a lot of businesses. A lot of arcades went out of business. Richie Knuckles lost an arcade, I believe, because of COVID, didn't he? You know, I mean, COVID sucked, man.
Yeah, a lot of restaurants still haven't recovered in a lot of places. It's like they barely have people that's working in there, or they've changed their hours. A lot of them changed their menus. You know, my favorite birthday place that I go to, the menu's been different since COVID, and it sucks. You know, so. Yeah. All
right, so Console Fanboy gave us $5. He says, "Please be Strider." He's number 2 on the leaderboards on the, I'm assuming, on the Legacy cabinet for what is that? The Midway Legacy cabinet?
Capcom
Legacy cabinet. Yeah. Sorry. I'll donate $25 if Strider wins. Well, we don't need that donation, but appreciate the support for the game of the week, Console Fanboy. Strider's at 31%. Q-Bert's at 30%.
It's leading.
Yeah,
just
Russian
by a hair.
I feel like this vote's been rigged. Like it's been manipulated.
I've only gone in with like all of my fake accounts, like 30 fake accounts to vote.
I'm telling you, this is just like when Nostalgia was like, "Hey man, if you need a PlayStation 5 on launch, hey, just let me know."
I mean,
I got bots everywhere.
I'll hook you up.
Well, think about it. When we presented the 4 games, like Strider was given this big howdy do. The other games were just glossed over. There were promises of Strider T-shirts for the winner. You know what I mean? Like, I think I'm starting to feel like this show is rigged, man, because I've just been sitting back, just you know, watching this vote be tainted.
Do you think that's the case, though? Do you think that's the case for real?
So
I don't know.
When we were planning this show, we came up with 2 names for it. It was either going to be Super Game Room Dudes or Nostalgia Ruins Everything. And I feel like both names would have fit.
I think if we did the Nostalgia Ruins Everything podcast, it would have been a hit. It
Oh,
would have
yeah,
been a
totally.
monster.
We'd all
It
be
would have been a
rich
monster.
now. I'd have 15 pinball
Yeah.
tables, bitches everywhere. It'd be great.
Yeah, it would have been awesome. All right. I think we should end the poll, guys, because it's been going on for 12 minutes, and you guys know I get
12
anxiety.
minutes. Keep
You
it
know, I
going.
get anxiety about that blue box. All right, guys, I'm going to close the poll in like 10 seconds. So if you're going to vote for any other game, please
Now's the
do
time.
it now.
We got to get to 135
Can you-
votes. Come on, guys. Russian
What do we
attack.
got to get to?
See, you spelled it wrong. That's why they're not voting for Russian attack. It's rush, like you're rushing. And see, that's why.
Rush
blew it.
in
I
attack.
thought
You
it was
blew it.
RUSS''N. I thought that's
No,
what I said.
nobody knows
Ah.
Russ.
Because I remember the apostrophe, though. Give me
Yeah, it
credit
was
for
it's,
something.
It's rush
Carl.
and then
Jeez.
an N.
I wasn't born in an arcade. I was just baptized
Oh, my
there.
God.
Jesus.
See,
All
that's-
right.
It would have won if people had.
Well,
right
the problem
title.
is the fact
is
that it's
rigged.
Rush
You're right.
in
Yeah,
attack when the arcade game was Green Beret. You should have just said
Yeah.
Green Beret.
All right, guys. We're ending the poll. Game of the week is going to be Strider. Strider wins 33%
Did Strider
of the
win?
vote. Strider with a comeback victory. Cubert 28. Green Beret at 19%. And then Zookeeper last place at 18%. I'm actually shocked Zookeeper didn't do better in this poll because Zookeeper's a really good game. But all right, guys, looks like we're playing Strider, so you better participate in the Facebook group and stuff, or we're not going to do this anymore. So it's all on you guys.
Nostalgia ruins everything because I'm not
Yep.
friggin' playing Strider this week. So
Why not?
obviously, because
Why not?
nostalgia ruins everything.
It's the game of the week. You have to play.
I could have picked My Little Pony. I could have picked Conker's Bad Fur Day. I could have picked the Great Waldo Search. I just
All right.
happened to pick Strider. I'm sorry, Mike.
I'll
It's
play
not my
Strider.
fault
I'll play
that
Strider
apparently
once.
33% of the vote.
He would have picked DuckTales. You know it. Woo!
Ooh, DuckTales is so good. I would have played
I know.
DuckTales.
DuckTales is a great game. All right. Way to
Son
go,
of a bitch,
nostalgia
Mike.
ass. Pitbull. That's what Pitbull calls you. A lot of the Cubert fans are in an uproar now. That's fine. I never get
All
my
6
way.
of them.
Do you guys need some tissues for your issues? Come on.
That needs to be a YouTube short. All right, what else is going on? Texas Pinball Festival. Have you
Oh,
guys
yeah.
been keeping up with it? Has there been anything exciting, cool? What's going on with the Texas Pinball Festival?
So the big thing about it was the first look at a lot of these cabinets, first chance for a lot of the YouTubers to go out and play them. There were 20 Foo Fighters on site. There were, I think it was like 10 Godfathers from Jersey Jack Pinball, including some of the really, the special edition cabinets with all the bells and whistles. Pulp Fiction apparently was one of the places Chicago Gaming Company had just lineups. Like people were lined up like crazy trying to play Pulp Fiction. Galactic Tank Force was shown off, and then of course Scooby-Doo was there as well. So what a amazing time for pinball enthusiasts. So many good tables all coming out at once, and so many interesting tables. So there's a bunch of videos up. I got about 20 tabs open up there if we want to get into some of the stuff, but just amazing.
Yeah, go ahead and share your screen, man. Share your screen.
Where do you want to go first?
Wherever you want, bro. I can't see. Where's your thing to add it?
Hold on, buddy. There we go. Oh,
Whenever
hold
you're
on.
ready, Mike.
Hold on.
Hey, Mike, no
Oh,
big
there's
deal.
an ad.
All right. You got to give this guy credit for at least being funny, right? He said if it wins, he was going to do $25. We told him no because we don't need any super chats from Console Fanboy. But he goes, hell yeah, $20. I'm unbeatable. Sorry guys, y'all have no chance. He is good at the game, so other Strider players beware. And he says, I owe you 5 more later, P-dubs. Thanks. What a dick. That's so funny. I got screwed out of $5 and Cubert. What else could go wrong? All right, let's continue on.
Anytime,
All
Mike. Whenever you're ready, bro.
It's up on the screen.
I don't
Oh my
see it.
god! All right, here
I'll
we go.
wait for
Mike.
people to bring it in. So here's
All right, here we
Galactic Tank Force. A lot of people have been pretty critical of this one. There's the Mystery Machine from the Scooby-Doo presentation. It looks like Texas Pinball Festival was a real good time. One of the things that a lot of people were critical of they rely very heavily on people to bring out their own tables and shit like that. You can also get $300 to $7,000 credit limit if you go Capital One. But just want to go back here and show you more of Galactic Tank Force. This video is all over the place.
Yeah,
But
I feel like I'm gonna throw up watching.
I was
that
going to say
video,
it's a
Mike.
good way to
Thanks
get
so
motion
much.
sickness,
Thanks so
Mike.
much.
Oh
Good choice.
yeah. So basically, I think we talked about this a little bit. This might be something we look at going to next year. So a lot of people bring their tables out. There's a ton of stuff to play. And if next year is anything like this year with all the tables we had coming out at the same time, there's people playing Galactic. No, that's Scooby-Doo. There's the spooky lineup.
Mhm.
So look at all those Scooby-Doo machines there.
Now, while Mike is telling us about how amazing this all looks, let us know in the live chat, guys. Have you ever attended Texas Pinball Festival in the past? Was it a good experience? Was it a good show? Give me your feedback in the live chat so I can get your comments on the screen. Mike, continue on, my friend. What else was cool about Texas Pinball Festival?
It was just showing off the games, and they've been
Yeah.
a bunch of live streams all this week. IE Pinball has done both Godfather and Scooby-Doo.
So all the new games coming out. There's several new real pinball games, which a lot of us will have access to play, except for Mike because he lives in the North Pole.
Yeah.
But we'll all be able to go to our local arcades and play, Foo Fighters and Scooby-Doo and The Godfather, 007. Like, which one of those are you most excited for? Carl, which one are you most excited for out of all the new pinball games?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, we all grew up with Scooby-Doo. That's classic. I definitely love to see the Scooby-Doo one. Pulp Fiction is one I'll definitely like to see. I know it's going to come down to what's available near me, realistically. But all of those sound like pretty good tables. I'm not really a big Foo Fighter fan, so I don't know much. If I heard their music, I probably could relate to a lot of it. I don't know just offhand. AC/DC is a table that I didn't really listen to a lot of their music growing up, but I love that table. So if the table's done well, it's definitely I'll be a fan of it. But I am definitely curious to get over to Sneaky Pete's, I think it's called, in Ann Arbor, and see what they have there. There's still a place near me that I found that's pay and play. I think it's like $15 on Sundays, all you can play. And so I'll be interested to see if they have any of the new ones. But I'm definitely excited about the pinball. I won't ever own one like Big Money Mike, but
Big Money Mike.
Big Money Mike.
Big Money Mike. Big Money
That's
Mike.
it, baby.
All right. Nostalgia, real quick. Because this is a great question that I want to address. Which pinball machine are you most excited about? All these new releases.
I think
Go to the arcade. They're all in a row.
Yeah.
Which one are you going to go to first? Scooby-Doo?
I would say Scooby-Doo or Foo Fighters first.
Yeah.
And then,
What about you, Mike? Which one are you going to go to first?
Personally, the one I'd be drawn to first is Scooby-Doo, but
Not
I
Pulp
am
Fiction?
no, not Pulp Fiction. I love Pulp Fiction. I love Pulp Fiction, though. Yeah, actually, Scooby-Doo.
I mean, they're all in a
and
row. You
Pulp-
got Scooby-Doo, Pulp Fiction, The Godfather, 007, we'll say, because it's still kind of new release.
Godzilla
Which
is pretty new.
one are you going to play?
Okay, Pulp Fiction. Pulp Fiction.
Yeah, I
still wins
knew
over
Mike
Scooby-Doo.
would pick Pulp Fiction. I knew Mike would pick Pulp Fiction. Mike, you're predictable. Yeah, I would probably play Foo Fighters because we all loved Foo Fighters growing up. So I probably would play Foo Fighters, then Scooby-Doo, then The Godfather. My microphone just fell.
So there's a video of B Kong practicing some Foo Fighters, and it is just amazing. I don't want to admit it.
All right, so this is a great question. So there might not be a lot of people that know about this, and I used to really track this stuff, and then I realized I was just being way too obsessed with this hobby, and I backed off a bit. So it was kind of funny. But so the FCC filings, guys, these don't display on their website right away. So for instance, we've seen several times where products are they've passed FCC, products have shipped, been out in people's hands, and all of a sudden, a few months later, FCC finally uploads it to their website. You know what I mean? It doesn't mean that it wasn't approved. It just means that they're slow as hell when it comes to updating their FCC stuff. So I've seen that happen a lot. So for instance, like the AtGames Legends Pinball, people had it in their hands for about 4 months before it showed up on the FCC website. just to give you an example, guys. So just because you don't see an FCC filing for Fast and the Furious, does that mean that cabinet's not going to have any kind of internet capability? Well, I would say be patient, because they don't put that stuff like there before the product ships all the time. You know what I'm saying? So just a heads up there, guys. I still think there's a chance those cabinets will be online enabled. And if Arcade1Up wants to make me buy one, make them where we could play co-op online. You know what I mean? Otherwise, if it's local play only, I have no interest. But there you go. We got a $5 super chat from Console Fanboy. Fine, here, I'm a man of my word. Oh, he gave me the $5 he also owes me. Also, MK2 Deluxe sucks, so it's not like I need to save the money for a new cab. There you go. Appreciate the honest opinion. Corner says you can never be too obsessed with Arcade1Up. I really worry that Danny's got an Arcade1Up tattoo, like right here on his arm. Like, don't you think Cornercade would have that right here? Nice little A1Up logo on his arm. I think he's got one. We're going to have to tell him to roll up his sleeves in his next YouTube video. Andy's going to check OfferUp to see if he can get one. I don't know what he's referring to. All right. I need your guys' help. I need opinion from you three, as well as everyone in the live chat. So a couple of the guys here know I've been talking about this. This weekend, I hate to say it, I might go pick up another pinball machine. But it's only because it's two really good games, but I only have the money for one. You know what I mean? I know I just got one, and you know, if I get one more, I think that'll hold me over throughout summer, and I could be fine having real pinball. But I got a choice, so you guys got to help me in the live chat. All right, and I want to hear your guys' feedback as well. So I got a choice. Tomorrow, I might go pick up the Data East Jurassic Park. There's a guy selling one here, and I could go pick this up. And it's the original Data East Jurassic Park. So this is a really good game. You know what I mean? I really like this one. So this is cool. I love Data East tables. I thought Data East made some great pinball tables back in the day. And Dungeons and Dragons. So what's funny is a guy locally here was selling his Dungeons and Dragons pinball machine. I was interested in buying it, but another guy beat me to it. Well, the seller reached out to me and told me the buyer that was lined up, he paid him a deposit, told him to hold the machine. He'd come up with the rest later. He never came up with the rest. Reached out to the guy, said he lost his job, can't afford the pinball machine. So what's cool is the seller gave him his deposit back. But either way, Dungeons and Dragons is now available. And I love this table. Even though it's got one of the most difficult ramps in the history of real pinball to get up, it's still a fun challenge. So these are the two I'm kind of on the fence with. I might go grab one this weekend. Mike, which one should I get? Dungeons and Dragons or the original Jurassic Park? Not the new Stern one, the original Data East Jurassic Park. Which one, my friend?
I've never played Dungeons and Dragons. I know how fond you are of that theme, but I have played the virtual version of that Jurassic Park quite a few times. I don't think I've ever played the physical version. That's a really good game. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah. And his machine has that topper, has the Jurassic Park.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah. So this topper picture from the internet, it has it on here that he's selling it. So can't do both, guys. You know, each table's about $3,000 to $4,000. I'm not going to buy two tables. I just want to get one more, you know. Let's see. Dungeons and Dragons. I'm seeing some votes. We can't do both, guys. I make a good living, but I'm not rich.
Go get both, you rich motherfucker.
D&D, hands down. D&D. No Jurassic Park. No Jurassic Park votes at all in the live chat. I'm seeing everyone going for D&D. This is Dungeons and Dragons right here. D&D, man. Here we go. Conti's voting for Jurassic Park. Conti Dinda, no contest. I'm more
Conti's a pinball guy.
Yeah, YouTubers are so rich. No, we're not. We're not. I just have a full-time career, and I do pretty well, like a lot of other people. Jurassic Park. I'm not giving you his address, bro. I'm seeing some Jurassic Park votes coming in. It was all D&D for a minute there. Nostalgia, which one pulls on your heartstrings more?
Yeah, so I really don't have any attachment to either one of these. I was just going to pick the opposite of whatever Mike picked. So I guess Mike said Jurassic Park. I'm going to say Dungeons and Dragons.
All right, Carl, you might be the tiebreaker. Which one, buddy?
Yeah, you know, I obviously Dungeons and Dragons. Everybody's familiar with it. It's not a game I played. I haven't played either one of these. No, well, I can't say that. I have played the Jurassic Park. I would have to go with the Jurassic Park personally if I had to choose between the two.
You would go with the
especially
Data
topper,
East.
the
Jurassic
added
Park.
on topper too definitely helps with that decision. But Jurassic Park's pretty fun table. I like Michael B. I play it on my virtual pinball. I don't think I even have Dungeons and Dragons on my virtual pinball machine to even know. But yeah, if it was me, I would do Jurassic Park.
Do you know that Nostalgia only likes one pinball table, and it's actually Batman: The Dark Knight?
That's not the only one.
It's the only pinball table he likes. He sucks. Nostalgia ruins everything. Not only does he only like the worst Batman movie, he also only likes the worst Batman pinball table.
How are you gonna say Batman: The Dark Knight is the worst Batman movie? How are you possibly gonna say that?
I didn't say that. What yours isn't? You like The Dark Knight Rises.
Yeah.
No, I like The Dark Knight the best.
Dark Knight Rises.
Okay.
Here's some
You're
video.
a big Robin fan.
Here's
I'm
some
a
video
massive Robin
of
fan.
the. Here's some video of the Dungeons and Dragons table.
That's a cool
as you
looking
can see
table.
right here. Isn't that badass looking? Oh man, it's so pretty. It's so pretty.
I think this is the one you're gonna get, P-Dubs.
I think so.
Well,
too.
well, I mean, I am I'm a bit of a nerd for the fantasy stuff, but the 1983 Jurassic Park doesn't come along too often for you to pick it up. You know what I mean? Like, because there's so many Stern ones out there. You know what I mean? So, let's see.
I mean, are you gonna go and physically look at both of them? I mean, that's what I would do.
Yep, it's
Yeah,
gonna be all
because,
day in the. It's gonna be all day in the car tomorrow.
It's gonna come down to what's got a lot of wear and tear. What's the potential of having to repair?
Yeah.
You know?
Now, what is cool about the Data East one is the moving dinosaur in the back, right?
Yeah,
there.
that's one of my favorite parts of it.
Yeah, this is the Data East one, man. I don't know. Like, everyone's got the new Stern Jurassic Park. Like, wouldn't you kind of want to have the classic Data East one? Like,
Well,
you
Cool
know?
Toy has the classic Data East one. You can watch his videos on how to do your updates, like put in your art blades.
Cool Toy's got one.
Yeah, he's got a Data East Jurassic Park.
He does.
Yep.
Now you can't get it, P-Dubs. That's it.
Oh
Now
yeah,
you're copying
that's
the-
what.
it's
Yeah.
over.
Oh
Cool
yeah,
Toy.
that's the way. Yeah, that's what YouTube were. If I buy something, no one else is allowed to buy it. No, Cool Toy would never say that, but other people would say that. But yeah, no, that's not how the world works, in my opinion. I'll be damned before someone tells me what to do with my money. You know what I mean? But yeah,
Send
Cool
it
Toy.
all to Mike B.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got a lot good. So hopefully I can pick one up, or you never know. Hopefully, we'll see. Have to do a little bit of haggling. We'll see how it goes. Hopefully we'll get one of these. So
I just
still
say
need-
get both.
I still need to do a video of the Star Wars one. I'm just waiting for the bezel to arrive that I ordered from the arcade shop, because I did the LCD monitor upgrade. And so the monitor's there, but it needs its bezel to go around it. So I'm just waiting on that damn bezel. Let me tell you something, guys. If you ever need to order like real arcade stuff, all right. Here, let me pull this up, because I don't know if you guys have you guys heard of the
I'm sorry. He's breaking it out. Real arcade stuff. Well, that's it.
Well,
It's
no,
all
no.
over. It was a
Well,
good
you
run.
You can use this for modding and stuff, but Mike, don't start trouble. The arcade shop, great website, and what I love about them is I've ordered from them probably 7 or 8 times. Every time I place an order, no matter what I've ordered, guess what's happened, guys? It's shipped the very next day.
That's cool.
They are so fast. Everything's in stock. You place an order, they ship it the next day, UPS. I placed the order for the bezel 2 days ago. They shipped it the day after via UPS. It'll be here on Monday. It would be here quicker, but guess what? It's the weekend. UPS will deliver it on Monday. You know what I mean? Like, the arcade shop is a great resource for getting your arcade and video game parts and things like that, guys. So make sure you guys check out the arcade shop. I couldn't recommend them enough. The customer service is phenomenal. You know what I mean? The only other company out there that has done as good a customer service, in my opinion,
Walmart Connection Center.
AtGames.
no, DIY Retro Arcade. Shane and his partners over there, DIY Retro Arcade, they're amazing. Like, hell, you can reach out to them and be like, I don't know what I'm doing, and they'll help you through it. You know what I mean?
Shane's a good guy.
Yeah, they're great people at the DIY Retro Arcade. They're like, I don't know how to put this 60 in one in. You know what I mean? Like they'll walk you through it if you need help. You know what I mean? They're super nice guys. But yeah, they're great. They're great. Okay, any other video game news or anything you want to talk about? It's been 90 minutes.
There's one more thing we could talk about if anyone's interested. The Legend of Zelda gameplay video that was posted earlier on this week. A couple days
I
ago.
did not watch it.
I
Did you watch it?
Watch it.
No,
I did not watch it.
Okay,
Was it good?
Let's
Did it
get
look
I thought it was
promising?
great. Some cool new features that are going to be in the game.
Did anyone out there order? Like, I heard there was a new Zelda OLED. Is that true?
Yep.
Like a new,
Yes.
like
Yeah,
Yeah.
skin.
Zelda skinned OLED. It's not a new system. It's just a skin.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh man, I haven't gotten an OLED yet.
Well, that
No?
will be a good OLED to get. And there's also, it's the first time I think this has been done. I might be wrong because I don't pay enough attention to like Squid Kids and all that Splatoon garbage. But there's actually a Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom themed Pro controller for your Switch too.
Oh, wow.
And I think this is the first time they've done a designed Pro controller, haven't they?
I don't think so.
Yeah,
When you say designed Pro controller, what do you mean by that?
with like a skin on it because you can only get the regular Pro controller before this.
I thought they had a Splatoon one.
Exactly. I told you I don't do that Squid Kid nonsense.
I think there's at least something. Maybe you're right, but I thought there was something. Let's see.
Hey, I did want to mention, you were talking about the topper on the Scooby-Doo, but I thought this was pretty cool. This, let's just switch this here.
I got it.
This is a topper for the Twilight Zone pinball.
Look at that.
And this is
That's pretty
actually a
badass.
mechanical topper.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah, that's pretty awesome. I mean, you have all these third-party people that provide all kinds of things for toppers and things like that. And a lot of them are usually just a static, right, with a light or something. But this is pretty cool. I mean, it's a little techy to get set up to make it work because it actually syncs with the table. When the clock on the table spins, it spins on the topper.
Oh, they actually
you
have it
have to hook
synced
the
up with the
wires.
game. That's pretty
Yeah.
badass.
So I thought that was pretty sweet.
I didn't watch this when Carl was showing me it earlier, but if you go back to the topper itself, there's
go back.
the pinball coming out of the gumball machine. And I'm looking at this, and it reminds me so much of that old Sesame Street video, the one with the pinball going around. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Okay, Mike.
Yeah, but I thought that was.
You don't remember that?
No, Mike. I'm still recovering from the shower phone call today. So
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,
I'm a
7, 8,
little-
9,
I'm
10,
a little-
11, 12.
I'm a little out of sorts here. Yes, Fast and the Furious cab is real because it's been in the manuals and it's landed. So we talked about this a few minutes ago, Hermano. The FCC filing might not even be posted until like 3 or 4 months from now, and the cabinet might already be sold by then. You know what I mean? So it'll probably be an online cabinet.
So there is some interest in what he's saying there now, because one of the complaints that people made about Ridge Racer, which I felt was a fair complaint, is there's no online racing. Why have the cab connected if there's no online racing?
Right.
And maybe Arcade1Up just can't get there with the online racing, so maybe they skipped Wi-Fi on that cabinet. Just throwing possibilities out there.
Yeah. I mean, their hardware isn't the best anyway. So who knows if it would be a good experience. Luckily, they have Nostalgia there now to fix these issues. They're right, Nostalgia.
Absolutely. And Mike, by the way, there was a Splatoon 2, Xenoblade Chronicles, Super Smash Brothers, and a Monster Hunter themed
Pro
there
controllers.
you go.
Pro controllers,
You guys
and the
are-
Splatoon 3, and then
So-
now the Zelda Tears of the.
How many controllers would you say? It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
There's 8 of them, in case you were wondering.
All right, guys. Well, once again, it's been another fun Friday night here in the Fun House. Do me a favor, if you guys enjoy arcade and gaming content, I believe another podcast is going live right now called the iircadians, so you guys can head over there and check out that show as well if you're interested, over on Papa Bread Gaming Channel or the
Didn't they
Iircadians.
also do a podcast like Wednesday or Thursday?
I don't know. Stuff completely changes. I just saw I got a message saying, "Can you please send people our way?" So sending
Or is
people your way.
You got a message they asked you to send people their way? Oh man, that is so tacky. That's something Nostalgia would do.
That's not, dude. I've had so many people reaching out to me looking for like collaboration stuff today. It's been funny. I told you the one funny story, right?
Yeah. Can you do me a favor?
What?
Can you give me a shout out?
Yeah, guys, a big shout out to YouTuber, famous celebrity YouTuber Michael B. the Game Genie. Make sure you check him out in Newfoundland, Canada. He's usually on the corner ringing the Santa bell, collecting the change for the kids, but he doesn't donate it to charity. He takes it to the local arcade where he can deposit those quarters and play arcade games off your hard-earned money. So, guys, make sure you subscribe. Michael B. the Game Genie. Give us a thumbs up on the way out. Thanks for subscribing. Carl, send these people on their way. I want to go eat some food.
All right, guys. Well, next time you reach out for P-Dubs, make sure you reach around as well. And until next time, we'll see you.
That's good.
No, we're not going to end the show with me getting a reach around. No, we need to class this up. All right.
Yeah, that's right.
Yes.
P-Dubs doesn't get reach arounds. He gives them.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I don't get them. I give them. What?
No, I think you want to